All right, folks, so this is the men's Club 4 coming down the course. Bow number 2 is out in front, so that's Riverfront Recapture coming up from Hartford, Connecticut. The Rising Star Heartbeat of Connecticut. This is part of the crew that has won the men's points trophy for the third year, and for the first time, the overall trophy at overall points. And behind them here is bow number 1. That is the Harvard crew, the men's heavyweight 4. They're going a little wide here, so looks like 2 seat is holding water, checking down so that they can make a better angle going into the bridge. You don't usually see that kind of steering technique from some of these more experienced crews. So maybe they're having some mechanical troubles. You never know what's going on during the race. And in front of us right now, you can tell that is, of course, Riverside, the blue and white bars. Easy to recognize. Bow number 5. So they're having a great race. They've overtaken multiple crews, 3 and 4, with these Spartan helmets. That is bow number 4. Harvard. The club boats usually tend to have a little more fun with the head of the Charles Regatta, wouldn't you say? Bow number 6 here is Riverside B. And then in orange, rounding the corner, is Virginia UVA Rowing Association. This is another one of the young boats, average age of 21, so a bunch of young rowers, sophomores and juniors in college mostly. I was saying that the vocal cords starting to cry, these will actually help. I have a distant cousin that does voice acting stuff, and basically I see eat a family bag of chips before he does his takes every day because the oil soothes your vocal cords. And that leading pack here put a lot of space between them and the next crews. Coming around the corner now in the Burgundy Unis.
That's number 8, Flower City from Rochester, New York. They're the premier young adult crew with medals at Canadian Henley, Nationals, and the Independence Day Regatta. And they're followed by bow number 9 from Austin Rowing Club. And did you know that they practice on the Lady Bird Lake?
I did. I've been to their facility. It's beautiful down there.
There you go. And, of course, there's the famous Congress Bat Bridge, too.
Yes, and I've seen the bats. If you don't like bats, do not recommend. If you think bats are cool, you should go check it out. It's remarkable to see them all come out at dusk. And we have another space here between those crews, and it looks like we have 3 more crews coming up river.
With the red oars, we have Fairfield. They're hoping to continue their run of automatic entries and building towards the Dad Vales and IRAs, as usual, they say.
Oh, that's everybody's goals. Wouldn't you say? If you're here competing, you want to get that automatic entry, which for those who are not racing, typically that's top half.
Next up is bow number 10, which is BNRA Mercer out of Princeton.
You got some real talented rowers, former IRA championship rowers in that crew. And then we have bow number 13 in front of us. That's another Union Club boat. They're, again, our friends downriver. And another pack of crews coming up river.
11.
That's bow number 11. That's another UVA boat, but this one is the CPW-RCA. We're not sure what that stands for, but that is how they differentiate themselves.
12 is on our side, 16 is on the other side.
You have bow number 12 on the Cambridge side. That is Bowdoin, who's being overtaken by West Point on the Boston side. That's bow number 16. So they've jumped up quite a bit, and it looks like they're going to try to overtake Bowdoin under the bridge going towards the Belmont Hill Bridge. In the Whitehall, approaching the bridge, bow number 15, that's Union, and they are ahead of bow number 18, New York AC. That is from Pelham, New York, in the Black Hull black race shirts.
Bowman number 18 really wants number 15 to move over, but
yes,
they're not.
The coxswain is yelling at them to yield. Hopefully they do, or else they might get in trouble.
Coming in front of CBC is bow number 17, which is East Bay from Oakland, California.
And just a reminder for spectators, faster crews do have the right of the way here at the head of the Charles. So if you are the faster crew and you are trying to overtake, the slower crew must yield or they will face penalty.
Bow number 20 is coming in front of CBC right now. They're from Texas.
It's a UT Austin campus. And you can tell, hook 'em horns, the burnt orange Austin, Texas is the color of the deck of their hull. Oh, and we have 4 crews coming around the corner now, so it might get a little tight coming up the bridge. Out in front, bow number 23, that is MSU, Michigan State. And then in the red hull, leading the pack, that's MIT grads who are in front of the green hull, which is bow number 22, Notre Dame. And on the Cambridge side, trailing them in white, bow number 21, Lake Washington. It looks like MIT and Notre Dame have spaced out enough for a safe entry, but it sounds like we got some MIT fans up on the bridge there who are making some noise. And approaching us now with the Yellow Blades, Iona University from New Rochelle, New York. This is from their lightweight program. They just are coming off a silver medal at Dad Vale and their first appearance in the IRA this year. And approaching us now, we have another course. Coxswain is making a skilled line around the corner, putting riggers over buoys. That is bow number
25. That's Potomac from Potomac Boat Club. Do you know they were founded in 1869?
Always easy to spot those red blades with a large white star right on the end of them. I knew they were old. I didn't know they were that old. That is incredible. They're the oldest rowing club in Washington, D.C. area. Approaching us now, bow number 29 with the red and white shirts. That's Rowing Club of NC State. This is NC State's first boat the club has ever has sent to the head of the Charles in 4 years. On the Boston side, it's bow number 30 in the red hull. That is USD alumni, so University of San Diego, 32. And a couple Delaware people. And they're trying to hold off bow number 32 on the Cambridge side, New York AC in the white hull. And approaching us now from downriver, bow number 27, white hull with maroon blades, Wilmington from Wilmington, Delaware. And now approaching us in the
33s on the Boston side.
In the yellow hull on the Boston side, that is Washington College, bow number 33, trying to trying to overtake bow number 28. That's RISD Rowing Club, Rhode Island School of Design from Providence, Rhode Island. I didn't know they had a rowing program. And the yellow shell on the Boston side, the MPOCR, that's bow number 35, GLR, Greater Lawrence Rowing Association. Trying to overtake bow number 31, Atomic Rowing from Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Again, like I was saying, one of my favorite named clubs. I think it's a great name. But Atomic Ridge is putting up a big fight. They will not let GLR easily get the lead ahead of them. Approaching the bridge right now is bow number 36, BIAC from Redwood, California, Bear Island Athletic Club. And approaching us now in the Dark Hull White Blades Red Unis, bow number 37. That's Calgary Rowing Club coming to us from Canada. And they are leading this pack of three in the White Hull, splitting the three boats. Bow number 34, UGA from Georgia, University of Georgia alumni. And bow number 38, Independence Rowing Club from Nashua, New Hampshire. And we have a little bit of a break here in between the spread of hulls. There are 50 entries in this event, so we're about 2/3 of the way through the athletes competing in this event.
Coming around the bend now is bow number 43. That's Brown University. You may not know, but Brown finished second in the team points competition at the Eastern Sprints in 2022. Go Bruno! The next boat coming through is number 39. That's Pocock.
The orange and blue check is 42.
The orange and blue check coming through next is Clemson.
Black shirts, red blades, 44.
The black shirts and red blades are number 44. That's UMass.
Green and yellow, 41.
And the green and yellow, that's Clarkson. Coming to us from New York. That looks like a CRI boat coming down. Is that true?
Oh, yeah. P5. Yes, it's always easy to spot CRI with the red, white, and black with the waves on their oars and the waves on the unis. Those are our friends upriver from Brighton. This is their competition, men's 4. And side by side, on the Cambridge side, in the blue hull, bow number 40, Los Angeles Rowing Club. This is their men's comp team. On the Boston side, in the white hull, bow number 48, overtaking them. That's Wesleyan. Wesleyan is having a good day. It looks like they are moving up the course. And 47 with the white hull, red, white blades, Lake Union from Seattle, Washington. And they said that the rowers decided their seats by rock, paper, scissors. So I guess there's a lot of fairly talented people in their club program that wanted to come. So 46 here in front of us, green and white blades, green and white unis. That's Minneapolis Rowing Club. And bow number 50, white hull, orange blades. That's Greater Columbus Rowing. They're saying they're wearing a throwback uni that was made by Rival Kit, which, if I recall, is one of our official sponsors of the Head of the Charles. And we should have a couple more crews coming up in this event. I can see one far around the corner. But just giving people a heads up, the next event is event number 32, the Women's Club 4, with a start time of 12:43. And the record was set last year by Calgary Rowing Club with a time of 17:47. And approaching us at CBC now is bow number 49, Argonaut Rowing from Toronto, Ontario. Another one of our international friends joining us here on the Charles with their, I guess you'd call that a seafoam green and blue striped uni and the white hull. And I think that's everybody in this pack. So again, next race is event 32, Women's Club 4.
There are 52 competitors in this upcoming event.
Oh, Jonathan.
Okay.
No, it's fun.
So I do this a lot. I've been here for a number of years. We're going to do like from the back of the speeding boat and
Oh, yeah.
all that kind of stuff. Okay. Yesterday I had some.
All right, here we are with the women's club fours. Leading the pack is bound number 1, Radcliffe, which is the Harvard Radcliffe team. Right on their heels is bound number 2, which is Georgetown.
So are you the one Daniel was telling me about that just graduated Suffolk Law?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay,
me.
so I'm a Suffolk Law one.
Oh, wow.
JD and LLM.
It's great to run into another round.
There you go.
Yeah, I just graduated this past May.
And what you doing?
All right. So next up is bound number 4, the BU women.
I'm working at a firm in the Seaport District right now. 3.
Coming in front of CBC now is bound number 3 from Austin, the Austin Rowing Club. There's quite a gap from those lead crews.
5.
I'm seeing green.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7 in order.
5, 6, and 7 seem to be in order. 5 is Dartmouth, 6 is Columbia University, and 7 is San Diego.
So again, this is the club event. Some of these crews we don't have full rosters, but others we do have age. The Columbia and San Diego crews are quite young. They have an average age of 19. So these are mostly freshmen in college, I'd say, right? Maybe some sophomores mixed in. But looks like we have 3 across coming around the corner here.
8 wide.
All right, so in order, we have crews 8, 9, 10 coming around 3 across. So it'll be interesting to see what happens as they approach Eliot Bridge. On the Cambridge side, close to CBC, West Point, bound number 8, splitting the 3 crews, Northeastern, bound number 9, with those Northeastern blades, white, red, and black. And on the Boston side, taking a little bit of a wide turn. I wonder if that's strategic. That is bound number 10, BC Women. That would be BC from upriver. They launch out of CRI's boathouse. And looks like BC is pulling ahead a little bit. So again, they're bound number 10. So they're overtaking 8 and 9. They've given themselves great position for the next turn. And looks like we won't run into any issues at the bridge here. And coming up, approaching us now is... You can always tell, unless somebody's borrowing oars and unis, that's Riverside. Blue and white, horizontal bars, easy to spot, always on the river. This is their women's club boat. This is their sweep competition, top 4, excuse me.
We have bound number 12 and 13 side by side coming through in front of CBC now. 12 is on the Boston side of the river, just ahead of bound number 13.
And that's Fairfield on Boston side, Flower City on Cambridge side, and they're being trailed by Penn AC, or Penn Club, excuse me, not Athletic Club, just the Penn rowing program with their red and blue oars, those primary colors, coming to us from Philly. Sounds like we got some Penn fans downstairs. And approaching us now, looks like we've had bound number 16 overtake bound number 15. So that is out in front, Con Call. That's the Connecticut Huskies. And they've overtaken Riverside, our friends downriver, with the horizontal blue and white bars. Oh, excuse me, not Con Call, Yukon. Yukon Huskies, of course. And I can hear those fans up on the bridge. Thank you, fans.
So 18's button hooking it around the turn.
All right, 18 is coming around the turn here.
Button hook. So you know you have like all the little buttons down here? Yeah. And you use a little button hook. So you have a little loop on the end of it.
That's a good term. I heard that before. All right, folks, we have another pack of crews coming around the corner now.
So you've got 20. They're ahead of 17 and 19.
All right, approaching us here at CBC is bound number 20. That's Lincoln Park Boat Club coming from Chicago, Illinois. And side by side, we have bound number 17 and 19. On the Cambridge side, on the boathouse side, that is bound number 17, Gentle Giant Rowing. You can recognize them with the maroon, yellow, and green. Again, Gentle Giant's one of our official sponsors at the head of the Charles. But unfortunately, they're being overtaken by bound number 19, Loyola MD. That would be from Baltimore, Maryland. We have all athletes from Loyola here. And one of their athletes was actually a novice last year. So that's an exciting group to have compete at the head of the Charles. And coming down in order now, we have bound number 21 out front. That's Marist from Poughkeepsie, followed by, in blue, Delaware. You can always recognize the Delaware University blue. And 23 in red, Fordham on the Cambridge side. And we have 25 on the Boston side, who's overtaken 24. So in the black hull, that's Holy Cross. In the rear, that's Colgate. And looks like we have a battle between Fordham and Holy Cross going into the bridge. And, oh, we have Blades on Blades going into the bridge. They're competing online. Looks like the stroke seat smacked into the blade of the 3-seat there. They've separated now, and looks like, oh, they're still real close. They're alternating strokes right now. They could easily strike again. And approaching us now from the left is Sacred Heart University, bow number 26 in white, followed by bow number 28 in the black hull, which is College Club Seattle. Of course, I'm glad you got a taste for it. All right, coming up now, we have bow number 27 on the Boston side, putting oars over buoys. That is San Diego Rowing Club. And competing for space on the Cambridge side is bow number 31, Saratoga, from Saratoga Springs, New York. And in pink, wow, that is high-vis pink, pink hats, pink jerseys. That is Isla Vista coming out of Santa Barbara. They are very easy to spot. Everybody's in high-vis. And they're being chased by bow number 33, Old Dominion Women. They're rowers selected based on their ERG scores and some seat racing. So I feel like that's how most people select their head of the Charles lineups. But they seem to be doing all right. And coming up now, we have bow number 34, leading bow number 29. So that is Drexel. That's a club of Drexel women coming from Philly in the yellow hull with the blue and yellow blades, leading bow number 29. Western Reserve with those black, white, and purple blades and unis. And just so everybody knows, we have 52 entries in this event, and we are about 2/3 of the way through the competitors here. And leading this next pack coming around the corner here in white with the white blades is bow number 37, LaSalle Rowing from Philly. This is their first appearance at the Heather Charles since 2016. Welcome back. And approaching us now is bow number 36, Narragansett. They are the oldest boat club in America, founded in 1838. And in purple, looks like they're actually picking up rate a little bit here, is bow number 41, purple, Clemson women from Clemson, South Carolina. Thanks for bringing the warm weather up. It's definitely a nice day here in Cambridge. And in black, bow number 42, Franklin Pierce Raven. Oh, excuse me, bow number 32, Bowdoin from Bowdoin, Maine. Oh, and we have four across, or a pack of four coming up now. Out in front with the blue and yellow is bow number 39. That's Nashville Rowing from Nashville, Tennessee. And the two crews behind them on the Boston side in red, 44 is Vesta from Great Britain. And bow number 35 in the white hull with the red blades. That's Three Rivers coming to us from Pittsburgh. Looks like somebody might be trying to split. That's bow number 40 is pushing up in between them. That's George Mason from George Mason University in Fairfax, Virginia. And bow number 38, Avalon from Virginia. This is a perfect example of when they were coming around the corner, it looked like we were going to have a real messy situation with 4 or 5 boats across, but just the geography and the current of this river, boats tend to stretch out a little bit as they approach the Eliot Bridge. And approaching us now, I know they're just rounding the corner, is bow number 43. That's Notre Dame Rowing Club, the women youth rowing program coming from not Notre Dame University, but from Wayland, Ontario, Canada. Average age of this boat is 16 years old. Kind of messy at the start. There's been a few races where we get 4 or 5 boats. So this is a big gap between. So again, that was a boat with an average age of 16, and I was wondering if maybe they were supposed to be in a youth event, but the gap that they've put on these other boats makes me think that they might be an actual contender in this event. We do have a big pack coming up now. So on the inside, leading the pack here is bow number 51, Ottawa from Ottawa, Ontario. Leading 49, Lake Merritt with the red and blue blades coming from Oakland, California. All right, the leader right now in the green hull approaching CBC is the University of Alberta. Vermont. So UVM, University of Vermont, of course, should have known with the green. And there's the Vermont fans, easy to hear them. They are overtaking bow number 46. That's MIT. That's our friends downriver. In the red hull closest to us, that's bow number 45, University of Alberta. And that is bow number 52, last of the day. Temple overtaking the University of Alberta in the gray hull, entering the bridge right now. And in the yellow hull, rowing the bucket, is another Potomac club. I think that's bow number 48. Yes, Potomac rowing from Washington, D.C. Always easy to spot the white star on those red blades. And we have bow number 50 approaching us now. That is USD alumni. These are University of Washington and University of San Diego alums trying to get together to relive the glory days. Interesting approach to the rigging option. I personally would have not selected a starboard stroked boat for the Charles River, but you got to put together your boat whatever makes your boat the fastest. And bow number 42 is approaching us now, which I think may be the last boat in this event. That is the Franklin Pierce Ravens from New Hampshire. That's Franklin Pierce University. They are NCAA Division II team who have come here to compete at the head of the Charles. So I believe... I may have spoken too soon. We have one more coming around the corner. But just for a flash forward for our friends on the shore and on the bridge, the next event, Event 33, will be starting shortly. That is the Men's Club 8, the Howard D. McIntyre Cup. And the course record was set by Brown University in 2013 with a time of 14:26. These will be fast boats. And approaching us now is bow number 8. I suspect, I do not know, but I suspect they may have been late to the start. Excuse me, this is a boat from Event 28. They were very late to the start, but it was worked out that they were able to start and compete. So they will have a valid time. I am trying to find the event number here so I can identify them for you, but this is bow number 8. Yes, this is Bowdoin. Bowdoin for Event 28. Women's Alumni 4. Good to see you. Glad you could race. All right, folks, so I am going to be ending my announcing shift here, but thank you all for enduring me. And I hope to see you all next year. But again, the next event is the Men's Club 8. Thank you and have a good afternoon.